In this video, I'm going to show you how to quickly improve your posture and stand taller. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So in this video, we're going to focus on quickly improving our posture so we can stand taller. What usually causes this is a blend of weakness and tightness that builds in the main postural muscles, leading to bad forward rounded posture, and it makes us look shorter than what we really are. So to fix this, we're going to go over exercises that are going to help stretch and strengthen these postural muscles for both quick and long-lasting results. Just as a quick note, each one of these exercises works differently. They're going to target different muscles and be shown in different positions. To get the best results, go through them all and use what works best for you. With that being said, let's get started. Here's a really good stretch that we can do standing that can quickly improve your posture. For this one, all we're going to need is a wall. Start standing close to it, and what you want is your feet roughly about hip width apart, and you're going to place all of your body weight on your heels. Take your hands and put your palms on the wall and slide them straight upward towards the ceiling as much as you can. When you can't go any further, you're now going to treat your hands like suction cups, so make sure they don't slide during this exercise. We're going to bend our knees, and now what we're going to do is squat our butt down and away from the wall. The more that you squat down, the more that you're going to feel a deep stretch throughout your back. Build into this one and now hold it comfortably for 30 seconds. And during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Release it by standing back up and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. With each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. To take this one to the next level, what we can do is slowly tilt our upper body towards one side. So I'm tilting towards my left, and then I'm going to repeat. You're going to notice it stretches your back a little bit differently. So give that a try towards the left and also towards the right. If you notice any of those positions stretch a little bit more, really attacks tightness, achiness, or pain, at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. Here's an exercise that we can do in bed or on a floor. Just start on all fours like this. Have your hands roughly shoulder width apart, legs roughly hip width apart. So the first thing that we need to do is focus on our lower back and hip muscles. So what I'm going to do is take my knees and slowly walk them straight outward like this until I feel a really good stretch forming on the inner part of the thighs, working towards the groin and then round the hip. Once you feel that, you're going to hold this position and then put your feet together. Now we're going to focus on the upper back. So we're going to take our hands and walk them forward like this until we feel a really good stretch forming in the upper and middle backs. Take your fingers at this point, grip into the floor of the bed so they don't slip during this exercise. Let's tuck our chin towards our chest and now rock our whole body backward, taking our butt towards our heels. The more that you rock backward, the more that you're going to feel a full back stretch from your neck all the way down towards your tailbone. Build into this one as much as you can. Hold it comfortably for about 30 seconds, and during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Relax, take a breather, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. To get a little bit of a different stretch though, instead of keeping your body straight, tilt it a little bit towards one side. So I'm tilting my shoulders and upper back towards my right, and then I'm going to repeat. You're going to notice it stretches the other side a little bit more. So give that a try towards the right and also towards the left. If you find any of those positions, stretch that tightness a little bit more. Keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. But if you really want to take this one to the next level, you can add a movement called threading the needle. So we're going to get back into our original position, body nice and straight. Rock backward. We're going to take one arm off, keep our elbow bent at 90 degrees, palm facing towards the ceiling. Now you're just going to scoop and reach towards the other side, moving through your shoulder blade as much as you can. You're really going to feel a very good stretch in your upper back. Hold this one for about 5 seconds, release it, and then repeat this on the other side for 5 to 10 repetitions. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it's really helping out, you're more than welcome to throw in another set or 2. Here's an exercise that we can do seated. Let's start with very good upright posture. Just have your back nice and straight. You're going to take your arms, put them out in front of you, hands in a clapping position. The movement is taking one hand and sliding it forward as much as you can, trying to move through your upper back and shoulder blade as much as you can. As you do this, you're going to feel a deep activation of those postural muscles. Build into this one, hold it for a second or 2, and then what you're going to do now is go in reverse, sliding your hand backward as much as you can. But again, try to move through your shoulder shoulder blade as much as you can. Hits those muscles a little bit differently. Hold that for a second or two, release it, and now repeat this on the other side. So on the next repetition, what we're going to do is raise our hands up slightly, about an inch or two, and then repeat. You're going to notice it targets those muscles, again, just a little bit differently. So I would experiment with as many different positions as possible, going all the way upward towards the ceiling, and you can even work downward towards the floor. The odds are you're going to find that one certain position just offers the most relief, really attacks tightness, achiness, maybe even pain. At that point, I would stop in that position and keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. But let's take this one to the next level and do another movement that's going to target some more postural muscles. So for this one, we're going to do what is called an angel. Let's have very good upright posture. And what I like to do is take my arms, have my elbows bent at 90 degrees, and I just press my elbows straight backward like this until it feels like my shoulder blades are starting to pinch. At that point, I press my head backward at the same time to activate those neck muscles. Hold this and now just reach straight upward towards the ceiling. Hold this for a second or two, and then I tuck my elbows towards my side. Just do this nice and slowly for about 5 to 10 repetitions. Afterwards though, see how you feel. If it feels like it's really helping out, you can keep throwing as many repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. So now let's go over a couple strengthening exercises that you can do daily for long-lasting posture improvement. This first one we can do in bed or on a floor. Just lie on your stomach like this. I'm going to go over a couple different movements with this one, the first one being the easiest. So the first one, we're going to put our arms right off to our side, palms facing towards the ceiling. What we want to do is tuck our chin slightly towards our chest and then press the back of our head and shoulders straight upward towards the ceiling, kind of lifting our chest off the floor. When you do this, you're going to feel a really good activation of the neck muscles working into the upper back. But what we want to do to focus a little bit more on our lower back is now slowly press our hands upward at the same time. You'll notice that activation goes a little bit further downward, and then we're also going to straighten our legs out and then lift our feet straight upward towards the ceiling at the same time. At this point, you're going to feel a full activation pretty much throughout your whole body, from the neck into the back, all the way down towards the hips and legs. Hold this comfortably for 5 seconds. You're going to release it, and then you're going to repeat this 5 to 10 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, and challenge yourself by throwing in another set or two. But if you would like to take this one to the next level and definitely make it more challenging, let's go over a couple different movements. So the next one is pretty similar, but this time around we're going to put our hands on the back of our head. We're going to press our head and shoulders upward, but wing our elbows upward at the same time. Really focus on feeling a deep activation in between your shoulder blades, and then lift your legs up like this. 5-second hold. Repeat that one 5 to 10 times. The last one is going to be the most challenging. This one is called the Superman. So imagine you're Superman flying like this. So your palms are facing towards the floor, and your fingers are stretched straight outward from the body. At this point, we're going to lift our hands upward towards the ceiling, lift our legs upward at the same time, lift your head up at the same time too. You are going to feel a very deep activation of these muscles. 5-second hold, release it, try that one 5 to 10 times. But I would go through all of these movements. You're probably going to find that one just works out the best. At that point, keep throwing repetitions in until it feels like you got a really good workout. This strengthening exercise we can do standing. All you're going to need is a wall. Start off by placing your whole backside flush against it for support. You're going to have your legs and feet together, feet slightly in front of your body. Now what you want to do is take your arms, bend your elbows at 90 degrees, tuck them towards your side, and now slowly press your elbows into the wall. Keep pressing and use your arm strength as much as possible, because what you're going to notice as you press into the wall that your chest starts to lift forward like this, and you're going to have a very deep activation of the muscles across the back, especially in between the shoulder blades. Build into this one as much as you can. Hold it for about 5 seconds, release it, take a breather, and then repeat this 5 to 10 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, always challenge yourself by throwing in another set or two. To make this one a little bit harder though, space your feet further in front of you. The further out they are, the harder this will be. But for most people, this really won't be that challenging, so a different variation of this exercise to really take it to the next level looks like this. For this one, we're going to start lying on our stomach on a floor. We're going to support our upper body weight on our forearms like this. Just put your hands together, have your forearms roughly in a V shape. You're then going to bend your knees and place all of your lower body weight on them. So the movement with this one is really focusing on moving through our upper back and shoulder blades as much as we can. So really focus on the area in between my shoulder blades as I do this exercise. So the first movement is using our arm and back strength to press our spine straight upward towards the ceiling. So just lift up like this and press it up. You should feel a deep activation of the muscles across the upper back, especially in between the shoulder blades. We're going to hold this comfortably for 3 to 5 seconds and then slowly release it and allow our chest now to sag straight down towards the floor. But use your muscles to really control this movement. It should almost start to feel like your shoulder blades are starting to pinch. You're going to feel a different activation of the muscles. Again, hold this one for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then as a fluid movement, you're going to press straight upward like this and down for 5 to 10 repetitions in both directions. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, always challenge yourself by throwing in another set or two. If you would like to take this one to the next level though and make it a little bit harder, place all of your lower body weight onto your toes, kind of like doing a push-up position and then repeat. It's definitely going to be a lot harder. Those muscles are going to be challenged to be able to support this. So build into this movement when you feel ready. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.